I said, I mean, it's kill or be killed. I know, like if he has been hurt at any point, he's gonna be the same way.
It's gonna be like, because I love to fight and I want to fight the best, and I've been watching boring fights and I want to come back and give a show.
Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios come face to face with tension rising. Barrios issues a brutal warning, saying if Pacquiao hurts him at any point, he will return the favor. He adds that he and his team are training harder than ever and preparing with everything they've got for this fight.
I said, I mean, it's kill or be killed. I know, like if he has been hurt at any point, he's gonna be the same way. Like I said, it's just my job, just to work on everything. Me and my team have been, training and drilling, these last couple weeks, and finish off these next 6, as best as we can, so I could go under come fight night and still retain the title.
All right, guys.
Manny Pacquiao says he truly missed boxing and is excited to return. He promises to make everyone happy with this fight and assures fans he will give his best performance. With determination in his eyes, Pacquiao aims to deliver a thrilling match that reminds the world of his legendary spirit.
There was fighters who said if Manny gets you to smile at him, he's got you. Like is that true? And what do you think of Barrios? Was he being too respectful of you? What did you think when you were sizing him up?
Secret, when I smile, when I smile to my opponent, it means like.
Let's go for it.
You got it.
Manny, do you understand all the attention that you bring to boxing and all the happenings in the world of boxing? Look at this. We miss you.
Like I said, thank you, and I miss you. I miss you all. It's nice to be back in boxing, and I hope that this fight, you will be happy. I will do my best.
Manny Kevin Garcia would fight Hatton.
At his first press conference, Manny Pacquiao was asked about Barrios being much younger. He just laughed and said, "Don't worry about it." His calm and confident reply showed he's not shaken at all. The veteran's attitude sets the stage for a thrilling and intense fight between generations.
Manny, you excited to step into the ring again?
Yes.
What do you think of Barrios? He's a big, strong, he's young, he's 30. You have 16 years on him, Manny.
Don't worry about it.
Oscar de la Hoya didn't mince words when speaking about Manny Pacquiao's return to the ring. He believes the decision reflects Pacquiao's legacy as a fighter who never backed down from a challenge and always wanted to entertain the fans. Rather than seeking an easy opponent or a soft entry into the sport again, Pacquiao opted to face Mario Barrios, a younger, active world champion. De La Hoya emphasized that this wasn't a comeback driven by vanity or money, but by a desire to create something memorable. Barrios, known for his strength and resilience, poses a serious threat, but that's exactly what makes the matchup so compelling. Pacquiao's selection of Barrios proves he's not looking for comfort. He wants action, danger, and excitement.
Just last thing for me, tomorrow morning, Manny Pacquiao, we got a press conference with Manny Pacquiao. I want you to play reporter.
Okay.
What would you ask Manny Pacquiao about his comeback tomorrow versus Mario Barrios?
I would ask a simple question. And please, Manny, tell me the truth. Why? That's it. That's it. Why? Why are you coming back? And the warrior that Manny is, he's gonna be like, because I love to fight and I want to fight the best, and I've been watching boring fights and I want to come back and give a show against Barrios, who's a world champion. That's a true legend for you.
Manny Pacquiao has addressed speculation that his return was financially motivated with direct honesty. He stated that what truly pulled him back into the ring was a deep emotional connection to the sport, not a desire for a paycheck. Over the years, boxing had become more than just a profession. It became a part of his identity. Being away from it left a void that he could no longer ignore. He missed the discipline, the training, and most of all, the thrill of competition. According to Pacquiao, the comeback is about passion and proving to himself that he still belongs.
How much of this comeback is about money, if at all?
No, the comeback. The reason why I come back is because I want to. I miss boxing. I want to be a champion again, and I can still that. In my heart, in my mind, I can still be a champion.
Sebastian Fundora, an emerging force in boxing, shared a balanced yet assertive view on the upcoming fight. While he acknowledged Pacquiao's legendary status, he made it clear that admiration has no place once the bell rings. According to Fundora, Barrios should not let the historical weight of Pacquiao's name affect his strategy. In the ring, he said, there's no room for deference, only execution. Fundora expressed confidence in Barrios' ability to perform at his peak, even against a globally revered opponent. He urged Barrios to fight with full aggression and not let Pacquiao's legacy create hesitation.
A lot of big names.
Do you think Crawford beats Canelo in a big fight?
I don't think so.
Why is that? Why do you?
This guy's more comfortable at 168. He's been fighting 168 for 4 or 5 years now. Crawford's a great fighter, but we'll see. Boxing, anything can happen.
Did it look like Canelo was slowing down against Skull?
No, I think it's just something he's uncomfortable with.
How do you see the main event in this fight going, Pacquiao and Barrios?
I don't know. I haven't seen Pacquiao. Barrios been looking good. Well, besides that last fight with Ramos, but he's been looking good. He's been using his range real nice. I like Barrios.
If you're in Barrios' shoes, you're fighting like a legend, like a guy you've grown up watching. Is there like a mental process you have to go through to make sure you don't show him too much respect on fight night?
If it was me, I think I don't know. I just fight him the way I always fight him. No respect in the ring. There's no respect in the ring, Pacquiao's Pacquiao. Pacquiao's a legend. He's going into Hall of Fame
this year.
Yeah, this year. So next week. There we go. In Canastota. So he's always gonna be a legend no matter what. But what you do in the ring is completely different. There's no respect in the ring. Shouldn't be.
At 46, many expected Pacquiao's training to slow down, but instead, it's as fiery as ever. Footage from his camp shows a man not just preparing, but obsessing over precision. His speed remains formidable, and the power behind his punches hasn't faded. His footwork, always a key part of his style, remains sharp, suggesting a commitment to full ring movement and strategy. What truly sets this camp apart is the detail-oriented nature of his drills. Whether it's repetitive mid-range combinations or defensive reflex work, it's clear that Pacquiao is approaching this bout with surgical focus.
Roger Fernandez. Si Roger Fernandez.
Despite his retirement from professional competition, Pacquiao didn't disconnect from boxing. In fact, he quietly stayed active through exhibition bouts and light training. These matches, though outside the spotlight, served as a bridge to this moment. His timing remained sharp, and his ring awareness never fully faded. Behind closed doors, Pacquiao continued studying the sport, analyzing fighters, refining techniques, and staying physically prepared. This wasn't a spontaneous decision. It was a carefully maintained connection.
A bite, a overhand right. Stop it! Welcome to K9 Boxing. And it's yours truly, Cornelius K9 Bundridge, the oldest world champion in junior middleweight history. And Manny Pacquiao is looking to step back in the ring, y'all, against Marios Barrios, July the 19th. If I'm not mistaken, it's July 19th. And I give Manny Pacquiao a good chance at winning. Because, a lot of people say, well, he's been inactive, he's older. Man, but he throw punches. He has a lot of experience. And his last fight was an exhibition, which still was a fight and still kept him sharp, punching, doing something. So it ain't like he just ain't been in the ring, ain't did nothing. Yeah, he been working. It's like them underground boxing matches are real fights. And it keep you off bold. You know, Emmanuel Stewart used to do a lot of exhibitions for his guys, or his guys to get them sharp, to get them prepared for a fight. If they hadn't fought in a minute, just to have them fight sharp. What up, Keith? Yeah, just to have them fight sharp. So if they got in the ring and they hadn't fought in a minute, it won't seem like it. It'd be like seem like they just recently fought. Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff you can do to make yourself relevant, sharp, can have you right, ready for a fight. Yeah. My young dogs, Kevin, Kyrie, and Tadell, the Hawk, the dogs, they fought to a draw.
Trainer Justin Fortune's comparison between Manny Pacquiao and Michael Jordan wasn't just about accolades, it was about sustained intensity over time. He described Pacquiao as a once-in-a-generation athlete whose age hasn't dulled his internal fire. Fortune pointed to the consistency in Pacquiao's preparation, his nutrition, discipline, and mental conditioning, as evidence that greatness isn't confined by age. According to him, Pacquiao doesn't merely train harder than most young fighters, he trains smarter, using years of wisdom to avoid injury and optimize performance. His commitment, even at this stage, shows a man who refuses to coast.
Okay, how's it going?
All right, good. Everything's good.
All right, so
Good, man.
for a long time we talked about Manny Pacquiao coming back, Dustin. For a long time we talked about him fighting. Now it's real, it's happening. Him and Mario Barrios, break it down.
Yeah, Barrios is champion, so it's a good fight.
WBC champ.
Don't count Pacquiao. Everyone's counting Pacquiao out because of his age. It's like a bunch of haters, man. He still has tons of power, tons of speed, and a shitload of experience.
If Manny wins, would it shock you or no?
No.
But it would shock the whole world.
It would shock the world, but he wins at his age, yeah, but it's not, listen, he's 45, 46.
Are you leaving jail?
45, 46, but he's not. He's always active. He's always staying active. He's always doing something, mostly playing basketball, some sort of sport, something cardio. So, no, not really.
When Nate Diaz beat Conor McGregor, he said, "I'm not surprised." So Manny could say that after he beats Barrios, that he wasn't surprised that he's supposed to win.
Diaz beat. Different Diaz. I like Diaz.
This comeback carries emotional weight because of the title at stake. Pacquiao isn't just returning to the ring, he's fighting for the WBC welterweight title, the same belt that propelled him to superstardom years ago. The symbolism here is powerful. To recapture that title at 46 would close the loop on a legendary career in poetic fashion. It's more than a fight. It's a reflection on the path that made Pacquiao a global icon. Winning it again would not only affirm his place in boxing history, but also send a message to younger generations about persistence, resilience, and heart. This isn't just a return, it's a revival of legacy.
Boxing Doctor News told Onto Your Gloves, boxing fans, the rumors are true. Manny Pacquiao is stepping back into the ring. At 46 years old, the Filipino legend is taking on WBC welterweight champ Mario Barrios this July. But here's the kicker. Pacquiao's first world title was as a flyweight, and now he wants to retire as the WBC welterweight champ. Talk about a career comeback, but can the Pac-Man turn back time? He hasn't been in top form lately, while Barrios is coming off a tough draw. Will Pacquiao's experience triumph over youth, or is this one fight too far? Either way, July is shaping up to be an explosive month for boxing. Pacquiao's rolling the dice one last time. Will he make history as the oldest welterweight champ ever? Get ready for a showdown that'll have you on the edge of your seat.
Manny Pacquiao has been vocal in countering the notion that his return is financially driven. He's highlighted years of charitable work and consistent donations as proof that money isn't his main motivator. To him, boxing is a personal calling, something deeper than a paycheck. His decision to return was rooted in a desire to inspire and to show that the human spirit, when focused, can defy limitations.
So Manny Pacquiao is taking on a challenge against Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios currently holds the WBC World Championship of the world. Now, a lot of people are saying that Manny Pacquiao is only doing this for a payday. And recently I saw an interview where he said that he's donated over $1 billion to multiple charities. Now, if that's the case, you guys just sound dumb as hell, because That just means 1, this man's balling, 2, this man's generous, and 3, a lot of people have been looking up to the wrong role model, because you see people like Mayweather, the richest boxer of all time, right? Buys a $30 million watch and then flexes it on his own fucking fans. Meanwhile, Pacquiao is doing the people's work. All right, man. This man's fucking trying to be president. I think he is president of Philippines or something. He's just pulling in his weight, and he's just trying to go for GOAT status. You know what I'm saying? He got his old coach coaching him in the corner again. Honestly, I do feel like it's going to end in a tragedy, though. I feel like Mario Barrios, depending if he's nice or not, will end Pacquiao.
Pacquiao's training clips have sparked optimism across the boxing world. Analysts and fans alike have praised his sharpness and stamina, with some likening his comeback to George Foreman's legendary return. Manny's recent public appearances show a man who understands exactly what he's walking into. There's no delusion, just focus. He acknowledges the risks, speaks openly about past defeats, and sees this fight as a challenge rather than a guarantee. What stands out is his tone. There's no brashness or boastfulness. Instead, he sounds reflective, prepared, and grateful. His eyes are on the fight, but his heart is rooted in a deeper purpose. Ricky Hatton didn't hold back his concerns regarding Pacquiao's return, drawing comparisons to late-stage comebacks by older fighters like Mike Tyson. Hatton questioned the ethics of sanctioning such matchups. He warned that the sport could suffer reputational harm if legends are placed in fights where the physical disparities are too great.
That's a long time ago. He's returning to the boxing ring. He's been out for 4 years. He's fighting for the WBC welterweight title. That's July the 19th in Vegas, ironically. What did you make of that news when you heard it?
Well, it's boxing today, isn't it? To be honest with you, boxing's, you know, if you can let a 58-year-old Mike Tyson box a Jake Paul, then, you know, Manny Pacquiao coming back at 46 doesn't look too bad, does it? But Manny is coming back, though. You know, Tyson was coming back fighting Jake Paul. Manny's coming back fighting for the world title. But, and I say this with love, you know, how has Manny got his world title shot? He's been retired 6 years. He can't. He's got that on a previous successes, hasn't he? You know, to walk straight after being retired so many years ago, straight into a world title fight. How is that allowed possible? What happened? Surely he must have been dropped out of the rankings when he retired. All of a sudden he decided to make a comeback. They put him straight in at #1 contender. I think only boxing can answer that.
I think he's. Did you say 5th, Joe? He's been already placed 5th in the world ranking.
5th in the. How can he be placed back in the top 10?
Comeback fighter.
Yeah, you know, when you've been retired years, and you know, currently on your previous, he was a hell of a fighter a few years back, but we don't know what he's going to be like today. So you know, you'd like to think he'd have a couple of warm-up fights so we can say, yeah, and then get him in. But boxing these days, I think the money's everything in it.
You fought both, obviously. In your opinion, who's better? Who's tougher?
I think Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, I think Floyd Mayweather. I mean, and that sounds rich because he absolutely was probably one of the most brutal knockouts in boxing history, I'd say. You know what I mean? When I see him getting knocked out by Pacquiao on Instagram or YouTube or anything like that, it's in the top 10 of the most destructive knockouts of all time.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit past myself back in the day. You know, I'd had one or two. You know, I wasn't a master of defence like Floyd Mayweather. I'd take 4 to get one in sometimes. You know, and
I'm the same, Ricky.
This fight is not simply about belts or rankings. It's about eras colliding. Pacquiao represents a golden age of boxing, while Barrios embodies the hunger and ambition of the next generation. The contrast between them is stark. Experience versus youth, legacy versus opportunity. But with that comes concern. Pacquiao's age raises real questions about long-term health, especially against a hard-hitting opponent in his prime. Boxing is unforgiving, and the dangers extend far beyond a single night. Still, the fight promises high stakes and raw emotion. It's more than just a clash. It's a moment in boxing history that will be talked about long after the final bell.
This can be awesome. Legend Manny Pacquiao is fighting Mario Barrios for a welterweight championship. And he's 46 years old. I did a whole video about how I think this is really sad because Manny Pacquiao shouldn't be fighting at 46 years old because, you know, brain injuries. But if he wins, that can make the welterweight division crazy. If you don't know, the welterweight division has been historically a great one in boxing, but lately has been pretty dead. Boots Ennis is the best guy in it, and one of the reasons you may not have heard of him is because there's no one else for him to really fight in that division, so he just dominates it. Everyone's been talking about how there hasn't been big names in the welterweight division, but now it's getting stacked with big names. Not necessarily the best fighters, but big names that are fun. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao. This division is getting absolutely insane, and Boots Ennis has a chance to run through it. Because honestly, I don't think any of those guys are better than him, and he will get the credit he deserves. What do you guys think about all this? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.